Here managed Allinson after a 5-0 defeat to Royston. Lee, just before we get into the game, there was a few changes from last week's side, including Liam Brooks coming out in replace for Jack Bradshaw. Can you just talk us through these changes?
Yeah, obviously Brooks, he had a bit of a tight groin on Saturday, and I just felt that didn't see Brooks at his best on Saturday. He looked like he was carrying something, so we just made a conscious decision to bring Brothers in at right back, put Matty Mills and try and make us a bit sturdier in midfield, and Bawley to the left, and obviously Kai in the hole. But it was poor. Probably look, maybe Brooks should have played, but they're decisions you have to make. And he had a tight groin, and to be fair, Brooks has come on and he was better tonight than I felt he was on Saturday, even though with the result.
First half, we had a bright start for the first 10-15 minutes. Both teams having fair possession. Then we conceded the goal from a goal kick, and it kind of almost went wrong from there. Can you just talk us through the first half?
I think you've just summed it up from there, mate. Full credit to Royston. Steve's got a really, really energetic, good side. I felt that we was like his team last year, and they were like a footballing side last year, and then sort of the roles have changed, and we don't quite know what we are at the moment, and we've got to go and figure out very quickly. But I was really pleased with the opening 10-15 minutes. Yeah, it was end to end, but I felt we had some good passages. They did threaten us down our right hand side a few times, but it was one of them games where I felt that we could have nicked a goal early, or they were going to get one, and lo and behold, their keeper's probably had the worst kick that he's had all season, and he's trickled along the floor, and they've broke on us, and one flick round the corner, not gone with a runner, the lad's gone through, and he scored the goal, and we just capitulated from there, if I'm honest. And I've got to be honest, for the next 70 minutes I felt it was men v boys all over the park. Full credit to Claudio Fusu. I thought he was magnificent tonight, best player in the park. Gutted now that I haven't kept him, but at the end of the day, he chose to go to Hampton and give it a go, but that's football. I had no money to keep him, and full credit to him. He's gone to Royston. I thought he was magnificent tonight. Absolutely different class, and full credit to the kid. A lot of time for the kid, and he was very, very good tonight.
You just mentioned Claudio. Do you think he came in almost with a point to prove?
Of course, that's part and parcel of football, but did we make a tackle on him? No. Did we get in his head? No. Did we let him do what he wants? Yes. I've got to apologise to our supporters tonight, because I've never been on the back of a defeat like that. I'm not sure there's been many here. And they've done to us like they done to us last year here, and they've bullied us, and as I say, you just summed it up. Claudio's had a point to prove, and we've let him prove it.
Second half, we showed a little bit more bite, probably not as much as you'd probably like. What would you kind of say about the second half?
I thought Ruben come on was magnificent. He's got to be pushing for a start now, the kid. He's got a bit of desire about him, and he'll put his head and foot in where it hurts. We didn't win any 50-50s, we didn't win any headers, we didn't win any tackles, we didn't have any, I think we had one shot, but a few crosses, a couple of set pieces. But as I say, it was men v boys, and the fifth goal kind of summed up the whole game. With ball drops back in midfield, inside, deep in their half, we give the ball away. Claudio runs 65 yards, and to be fair, it's a great finish from the lad. Top corner, and that kind of summed the night up. I felt, did we chuck the towel in? Possibly, but it was always going to be hard after that. It was 5-0 and it was game over. And I've gone away and I've asked the boys some questions now. They've got to go and show me some desire, because is Shane Bush that much of a miss for us in midfield? Because at the moment it doesn't look like we've got anyone that wants to put their head and foot in. It doesn't look like anyone wants to win a tackle. I think if we can get it down, move it, I think we've got enough about us to cause some problems. But on that performance there tonight, on certain half performance on Saturday, it's going to be a long, hard season if we're not careful, so we need to improve very, very quickly.
And how do you think we can bounce back against St Ives on Saturday?
Well, we've got to pick ourselves up. I'm sure the boys are hurting, I'm hurting, the management team's hurting. But as I said to them there, they won't come across a harder working side than St Ives on Saturday. They'll be hard working, they'll be hard to break down, and if we play like we did tonight, we'll get beat again. So the boys have got to go and do some soul searching. They've got to look at themselves in the mirror tonight and ask themselves, did they do enough? And I think a lot of them will look at it and say no, they never. We'll pick a side on Saturday, and I don't think any of the players have got any gripes if they're not in the side or even in the squad, because I can't sit around and settle for that. I won't settle for that. As I say, I felt at times in the first half we played some really good football, but you have to defend properly, and we didn't defend at all. They worked hard on us all over the park, and if we do that again Saturday, it'll be the same result, and it'll be the same result in the following week and the following week after that, until we start finding some bite, some determination and a little bit of passion. And if we get that back, we'll be absolutely fine, but if we don't, we're going to be in for a long, hard season.
Right, thank you.